There are some people who may act like they are strong. They may be so quick to yell at you, cuss at you, quick to act very aggressively, quick to throw around things when they are mad. They may even brag about how strong you are. How strong they are. Like they may make fun of you if you cry in front of them. Like they may criticize you for showing emotion. I believe much of those people who act like they are strong are weak. Because if you are so strong, why present this over the board, overboard actions and words? Like, why do you have to go to the extreme? For instance, let's say I am a very, very rich man. Why would I go around every time I meet someone? I'm rich. I'm rich. I'm rich. I would not do that because I am rich. I believe if you monitor me closely, if you look at how I conduct my life, I believe you will see I am well off. So if I have to constantly prove it, going around, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich, chances are what I am saying is not true. If I constantly have to show you how tough I am, I want to fight everybody, I want to cuss everybody out, I want to push things around and throw things around and clap my hands and do mess like that. That is not strength. I am not strong. I believe those are red flags that, for one, I am immature. Two, I am emotionally weak. Why do I have to clap my hands and do all this while I am talking to show strength? That is not strength. Not being able to control myself is not strength. That is weakness. That is immaturity, isn't it? Let me give you another example. Would you trust a man if almost everywhere he goes, he is always saying, I am a good man. I am a good man. Everyone knows I am a good man. I am a good man. Like, you may begin thinking to yourself, wait a minute. Like, why is this person saying that so much? Like, why is he trying to convince me of such? You may begin thinking, like, hey, this person may have a problem. If something is true about you, it is going to show. You don't have to go to the extreme and do all these wild things and no, I believe they will see it. Let me get back to my point though, going back to the topic of strength. I believe a lot of those people who be clapping their hands, not just clapping their hands, but when they are angry, clapping their hands and acting all aggressive and acting like they are so strong. I believe emotionally they are very, very weak. Probably the weakest people on earth. Just because you can hurt someone doesn't make you strong. Just because you can take a person's life doesn't make you strong. I believe there are weapons where you can press a button, then boom, and take a person's life. Does that make you emotionally strong? No way. With these overly aggressive people, with I believe much of them, it shows instability. It shows they are unstable. A person always bragging about what they can do and what they have, I believe that shows very low self esteem. That person can be so rich. But if that person is always trying to prove themselves, I think that is telling us that, hey, that person may feel less than. So I believe he or she puts on a mask and tries to make themselves seem more bigger than how they feel about themselves. So they will say what they have to say, in some cases, do what they have to do. I would say they are like, probably some of them are like an actor. They will probably argue with you, fuss with you, lie to you to make themselves seem like something they aren't. I am telling you, this is like, this concept is really deep as far as what those some of those people may do. And if you see people like that, it may be in your best interest, if you don't have to deal with them, to stay away from them, because chances are they may give you trouble. I know in many cases you may have to work with them or do this with them or do that with them, but chances are if you see someone that's trying to prove something so much, like going overboard with it, you may need to leave that person alone and continue on with your life. Let me say this too. If you meet someone and it seems like they have more than one personality, which I'm not talking about that one mental disorder, schizophrenia, but if it seems like, they have a particular personality, but you see a different personality, I believe chances are that person is wearing a mask, showing you something that they believe you want to see or hear. They may be telling you what you want to hear. They may be showing you what you want to see, but they may be trying to hide their true self, even though they can't do a perfect job at it. So we really need to be careful. And if you are the type of person who wears a mask, instead of wearing that mask, break that mask and really work on yourself. Yes, you may have abandonment issues. You may have rejection issues. You are afraid that no one will accept you, so you put that mask on. But what if someone figures out the real you and leave you because of how you are? I think it is better to get rejected in the beginning than to carry out a relationship for 9 or 10 years, then for it to break. Work on your true self. What is wrong with that? If you have an attitude problem, if you have a cussing problem, if you are impulsive, if you are paranoid, go to therapy. Why? It really doesn't make any sense. Why date this person, date that person, in so many failed relationships because you aren't dealing with what the problem is. Chances are the other person may be a problem too, but deal with what the problem is. The problem, more than likely, is you. Break the mask. Go to a therapist. Hey, I'm like this, I'm like that. Please help me to change the way I am. When I was younger, this happened, that happened. I was neglected, I was abandoned, I was abused. How do I get over this? I want to be a better person. I want to be healed. I want to be able to move on with my life and stop punishing people that should not be punished. But I am punishing people because of my past. What is hurting you, if you are this way, is that mask. You may monitor people so closely to see what is acceptable to say, to see, like, okay, to see what is acceptable to wear and to act like. Like you may try to, what is that word? I can't really think of it right now. Yes, you try to blend in with everyone so that you don't get rejected. But if someone really monitors you real good, they will see you have on a mask. Break the mask and get help. You know, go to Jesus Christ. Tell him, God, I am messed up. Please help me to change. Please help me to do better. Not to say I am perfect, but I believe I have been doing better. If you have to wear, myself, I don't wear a mask. I do not wear a mask because the way I am, if you don't like me, that is fine. If you don't like me, you don't have to be around me. If you don't like me, you don't have to talk to me. I don't really want to change the way I dress to fit in. I don't want to change the way I behave to fit in. Did I say act? Behave, act. Now, it is different if I am doing things that are wrong, then yes, I need to change. But if I am not doing anything wrong, I'm going to go for things that interest me. And for how I am a nerd. Or should I say nerd-ish? I am a nerd-ish person. You know, I may be interested and do things that I guess a common person may not really do. So I probably would not fit in into the popular group, which I don't really care about that popularity stuff anyway. Towards that fact, towards, if you know what I am saying, if I get popular because of things of God, okay, but I guess with the world's standards, I don't really care about popularity. Anyways, let me stop here. May God bless us.